My name's Louise Stewart, and I'm the CEO of Naked Health in Wimbledon, South London. We're an aesthetics clinic. We've got a plastic surgeon is my business partner, David Gately, and we've been here for 21 years now. We've got people who I had in my previous business, which I had for 20 years up in Wimbledon Village, and now they're daughters and granddaughters. And David the same, because he's been practicing plastic surgery in this area. A lot of our clients come by recommendation, which is great. I like to think that we've got the best of skin, body and rejuvenation solutions. We do really thorough consultations and really try and bespoke the treatment plan. We're always looking for solutions to make payment easier or cut down on the cost of processing credit cards. That was where we started our relationship, and then it developed through conversations into what might we need in the clinic. And whilst I like to think we've got really good systems and procedures in place, there are some things, and I think following up with clients who've perhaps fallen away or haven't remade appointments, that is something that we're a little bit more conservative about, and we're a bit reserved, and we don't like to bother people. We may have a spreadsheet on the go, but if they're doing their front of house jobs, customer will always come first. Therefore, they are really not getting around necessarily to doing that in a disciplined manner. And it was appealing to me to partner with somebody who could do that for us off-site and leave the team to fulfill what they can do best. And I think the skills are different, actually. I think being very organised about following up with clients. And actually what surprised me is how many times it often takes in order to actually recall a client. And that's been interesting in several ways. I think I would never have thought, okay, you've got to ring somebody or you've got to speak to them or you've got to contact them 7 times and then they'll come back. But that has proven to be the case. And also I thought, oh, they'll be really hacked off by the time you've done that. But actually, so often they're delighted and they're thrilled to be back. And they just needed a little bit of a more clinical approach to that, which Coherent had been able to do for us. I think there was an exploration period where it was important that you understood our type of relationship we have with our customers. I guess that's different in different clinics, but I think on the whole, everybody feels that they have a special relationship with their customers and you feel quite protective of it. But with good education and good communication between Coherent and Naked Health, we've been able to really enhance our relationship with our customers. I think it's been important that the Coherent team have been able to feel empowered to ask questions if there's something they didn't understand or didn't know how to approach, or there was a client they weren't sure whether they should approach. And I think that's been valuable, and I think a very nice relationship between our team and your team has paid huge dividends. We were managing patients in a vaguely disciplined and slightly random way. I review my team, their numbers and how they're getting on a monthly basis. And then I'd have conversations and I'd say, is there anyone you haven't seen for a while? And they would say, oh yes, I haven't seen X or Y person. And so I'd say, have you tried following up with them? And then they go, oh no, that's a good idea. And some of them would, and some of them wouldn't, or some of them would be busy with other people and would forget or wouldn't get that part of it done. So I think it was evident to me that we needed to do something a little bit more organised. That's why really we found this to be a really positive for the clinic. The numbers speak for themselves. So we've seen about a 10 times return on investment. And I think we had a list to start off with a few hundred people on. And I think we've had well over 100 people back in the clinic. So it's been really good. It's always joyful. There's always often there is a good reason, or they just let things slip or haven't really thought about it. It's as simple as that. And it's very nice that they feel pleased to have been contacted. I think what is surprising is that it's been seamless, really. I don't know how many patients, nobody's really detected that somebody else is involved. It's been like another member of the team.